Tecno just made a phone that is only suitable for your grandmother. So I really give a hands up to them, but let's get through this review and see if the Tecno Pop 10C is truly a smartphone for your grandma. First of all, looking at the design and build quality, all I have to say is that we are obviously gonna get cheap materials. The unboxing experience is obviously decent and is very much what we expect from Tecno. First of all, we're getting this huge bezel, which is very much uncalled for. We also get the headphone jack, the C-type port and stereo speakers. We also get the dual SIM tray, which allows us to get 2 SIM cards and also an SD card slot, which is expected mainly because this is a budget smartphone and most people buying this smartphone are obviously going to need that extra storage, especially when we know that this smartphone is coming only with 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Now let's look at the display. The first thing that you need to know is that you are getting a huge bezel, 6.6-inch display, LCD display by the way, 90Hz refresh rate and a 720p resolution. This is enough to scroll on some TikToks, watch a bit of some movies, or even YouTube is fine. But those high level games, you're not gonna get the FPS that you're looking for. I think this phone is only enough for some Candy Crush and those games that are not really game worthy to compete maybe with Call of Duty Mobile and PUBG Mobile. All those high level games, you're not gonna be able to do this. But if you just want to watch some videos, YouTube, TikTok, or irregular movies, this is the right phone for you. Now let's look at software and performance. First of all, we're getting Android 14 paired with iOS 13 and the Unisoc T606. And this phone comes with 2 GB of RAM and 64 GB of internal storage, which is very low but can be supplemented by the SD card. This means that no heavy usage and just simple games all the way. I don't really think there is any problem in terms of software and performance, but the only thing that you need to know is that if you're going to be buying this smartphone and the pricing is obviously going to be somewhere around $60 to $80, I don't really think buying it with the highest expectations is the smartest thing you can do today. So far, all I have to say is the Tecno Pop 10C is not a smartphone for heavy usage or those high level games. Don't even expect that. Just go in knowing that you are getting a regular smartphone. This is definitely the strong suit of the smartphone. You get a 5000 mAh battery charging with 18 watts, which means the charging speed is not the best, but you can spend the whole day with normal usage on this smartphone, which is obviously what it's meant for. So I think there is no problem in terms of the battery. The cameras on this smartphone is another story. You get a 13 megapixel camera at the back and an 8 megapixel in the front. The photos are really not the best, but if it's a non-human subject, the photos come out good. But the moment you try to take photos of someone else, I don't think the photos really come out good. This smartphone is really not meant for all of this, but I think that if you're buying this smartphone for something like $60 to $80, they had to cut corners, and that's exactly what they did. I got these samples from Audu Baba, so just check out his channel. And so far, my final verdict is this smartphone really isn't the one for someone looking for a smartphone to do heavy usage on. But if you want a cheap smartphone just for backup, this is the one for you.